So, don't think you're out of Israel's hands if your hands are using a smartphone. Well, recently, during a meeting with a U.S. congressional delegation in Jerusalem, Benjamin Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel, made a bold statement. He said, "Anyone who owns a mobile phone is essentially holding a piece of Israel in their hand." So let's break it down and talk about what Netanyahu actually said. What's Israel's role in global tech and security? And is the world really dependent on Israeli innovation? Let's get into it. First, here I want to show you what Netanyahu actually said about the phone. Then we'll dive into the meaning behind his statement.
But do you have cell phones? You have cell phones here? No? You're holding a piece of Israel right there. You know that? I mean, a lot of the cell phones, the medicines, the foods, you eat cherry tomatoes. You know where that was made?
Now, this is a pretty direct and chilling statement. It's not just Netanyahu saying that Israel plays a big role in manufacturing products or that their global exports are growing. It almost feels like a cold warning to supporters of Hamas, anti-Israel lobbies, and organizations who think Israel can't reach them because they're in some safer country. Well, tough luck for them. It doesn't seem like Israel is concerned about taking action against any country right now. Recently, as you may know, the Israeli Air Force bombed Qatar, and 15 Israeli F-35 fighter jets went to Qatar, bombed their capital, and returned to Israel without any trouble. Sorry, I can't make a video on that topic at the moment, but I know you guys are probably waiting for one. Now, if Israel can bomb Qatar, which is directly protected by the United States and is one of the richest countries in the world, then targeting people from other countries who support Hamas and spread anti-Israel narratives is not a big deal for them. And last year, we all know they've done that. Yes, I'm talking about the pager explosion operation by Israel, which shocked the whole world. It showed that war can be fought in this way, without even crossing a border. See, when it comes to technological advancement and usage, Israel is definitely a major global player. It cannot be taken lightly. For example, look at Pegasus spyware, which is by far the most prominent modern spyware in the world. It can extract all kinds of data from a target smartphone, including texts, emails, and location, and even infect devices remotely. There have been numerous incidents where multiple countries have accused each other of using Israel's Pegasus spyware to spy on their own people. For example, several European nations like Germany, Hungary, Poland, and France have faced accusations of using Pegasus to target their opposition. Now, Pegasus is one thing, but if we look at other technological advancements from Israel or the product they're working on, it's also really critical. For example, in semiconductors and chip design, Israel is home to some of the top talent. It's the only country with a semiconductor ecosystem in the Middle East, and it has dedicated research and development centers for major U.S. companies like Intel, Apple, Google, and others. Then, several encryption and cybersecurity tools used in Android and iOS devices actually originate from Israel. Israel has also played a big role in smartphone camera development. For instance, Prime, an Israeli company acquired by Apple, developed 3D sensing technology that was key to Face ID. So, basically, Israel has expertise in so many advanced technologies. And when Benjamin Netanyahu says, anyone who owns a mobile phone is essentially holding a piece of Israel in their hand, he's actually pretty right about it. Moreover, in the video, Netanyahu isn't just talking about mobile phones, he's also talking about medicines and food products. Yep, Israel has a role there too. For example, Teva Pharmaceuticals, one of the largest generic drug manufacturers in the world, is based in Israel. Israel is also a global leader in biotech, cancer research, and neurological drugs. In agriculture sector also, Israel pioneered drip irrigation, desert farming, and yes, the popular cherry tomato was first developed in Israel. Now, Israel may not be a top global exporter of food or medicine, so the scale might be small, but the innovation is significant. And when we look at Israel's weapons manufacturing industry, it's honestly next level. Israel is one of the top 10 arms exporters in the world. Defense systems like the Iron Dome, Spike missiles, Heron and Harop drones, and the Trophy Active Protection System are globally recognized. Ironically, Europe is currently one of the biggest buyers of Israeli arms, despite all the talk of sanctions. Israel's domestic defense industry is strong, and it exports to dozens of countries. So, Netanyahu's statement isn't just rhetoric. It's more like a reality check. And there's a lot more meaning behind it than it might seem at first. Right now, as you all know, due to the very harsh situation in Gaza, a lot of countries are actively boycotting Israel. They're not allowing Israeli tourists to enter. They're avoiding buying Israeli products or any product with Israeli contributions. And in some places, people are even burning branches of American companies that have ties to Israel. And Benjamin Netanyahu is definitely not happy about it. Israel's global image has taken a serious hit. It's almost tarnished at this point. But the major problem Israel is facing right now is that many countries are suspending arms shipments to them. Obviously, the U.S. is not involved in this, but several European nations like the Netherlands, Spain, Italy, Belgium, and even Germany have suspended arms exports to Israel. And that's a big setback. Yes, Israel has a very robust weapons manufacturing industry. But right now, as they're fighting on multiple fronts, they're in urgent need of more weapons and supplies. So these suspensions, especially from countries that were traditionally very friendly with Israel, are not only surprising but also hard to process for them. But Israel is Israel. Recently, Benjamin Netanyahu made it clear, no matter where Hamas leadership or agents are hiding, Israel will go there and eliminate them. So, in the future, tensions in the Middle East are only going to rise. There are even reports coming in that Israel is planning to bomb Turkey, which is a NATO nation. Now, personally, I believe Israel might actually take that step at some point. If they truly believe that Hamas operatives are hiding in Turkey, they could justify a strike the same way they have in other cases. But what's more interesting is the aftermath of such an operation. If Israel really does attack a NATO country, will we see a NATO versus Israel scenario? Honestly, the chances of that are almost zero. I don't think NATO would be willing to go into a full-on military conflict against Israel. However, in that case, we might see an all-out war between Israel and multiple Islamic nations. That would shift the entire balance of the region, and possibly the world. So what do you think about Benjamin Netanyahu's statement regarding mobile phones? Do you agree with him or not? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear what you all think. Thanks for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.